Hello, hello, hello. Sounds good. Oh, Jesus. All right, I'm starting off. Sorry about that. Um, Hi, welcome to the Lawrenceburg Esports League of Legends stream. I forgot who we're going against today. Penn High School. Sorry about if I sound like I'm out of breath. I had to do a last-minute run for my brother to take him to some event thing. I'm Colin. As you know, you've seen me on these streams before, aka the Metrics. Um, we thought we were getting another person today, but unfortunately, he also had something at like the last minute. Um, so it's just gonna be me today, maybe. Connor might try and show up here after the casting stuff, or not after the casting stuff, after the whole coaching stuff that he has to do, because you know, coach for the league team. Anyways, first off, I would like to thank our sponsors, Banta Electrics, Alta Fiber, and then just the LHS administration in general. Today I'm not sure, honestly, what at all is going to happen. I know Lawrenceburg, as we've seen from our earlier streams and just streams in general, have dominated the field in the esports, at least the league parts, because all the other ones, they're doing really good, but league is generally just doing the best. With a unbeatable record? Yeah, sorry. I was trying to figure, I know it's unbeatable. It's a 5-0 record, and that's not even including the matches that we won that are outside of the whole esports league and stuff like that. Um, but I guess for right now, since I'm gonna assume a little bit short on time with this whole me rushing it thing and you know last minute stuff like that. So I'm just gonna make some like predictions for today. So LHS versus what was it again? Penn. Okay, so I'm just gonna write Penn. I'm just gonna write Penn. Penn. All right. I say for the first match, LHS is gonna take the win. I also say for the second match, LHS is gonna take the win. Heard some unfortunate news by one of our players that are having a little bit of technical issues. So hopefully that's not gonna hopefully it's not gonna happen. Coach is an absolute shambles behind the camera. I don't know if you guys heard, but usually it's we can never get something to work right the first time. Um but I feel like so for the first game I feel like Penn is gonna be obviously lose. But I feel like their second game they're gonna sort of learn what Lawrenceburg is all about and stuff like that. Hopefully. Because from what I understand, most of these schools are sort of on the newer side of being the teams. So rather than like our people have, like the kids here have, they've been playing for about a year with each other, and that's just not like, oh yeah, they've played their own time. Like they have played a year with each other, and they've had so much experience that they can basically just like guess what play the other person's gonna do before it even happens while it's inside of their head. So I feel like Penn, for some reason, is just going to lock in at the last minute during their second game. And I feel like it's going to be a close game. But I also do have to recognize that even if they lock in as hard as they can, you cannot beat experience. So I feel like it is going to be a close game for the second one, but it's also still going to be lost. So I'm going to put a close loss for this second game. As for kills, I'm going to This is going to be a little bit of a change up from how it usually is. Because from my past guesses, we've seen or I've put down that the ADC is usually having the most amount of kills. I have a weird feeling this game that I should change this to our mid laner, person 32234, or known as Oliver. So most kills I feel like is gonna go Lawrenceburg for Oliver, or yeah, most kills. I'm just gonna put mid laners since y'all know, since I've explained it already. And for PES, I've actually never seen these people. I don't even know like their account names. I just know that there's one that's a silver, one that's a bronze, which in League of Legends that's sort of like below average. Um, and then from the rest I know are unranked. And then I feel like for the most kills, we're gonna see it from their top laner. So most kills here. Because from what I do know, the person who is a silver is a 40% win rate on the top and a 40% win rate on the support. And the coach for the league has just came back in, putting a cross there. So that's either a thank goodness it works, or we're gonna pray it works. It does not break. For most deaths, I'm gonna put. I have a feeling it's gonna be our jungle this game, or yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a jungle this game. So for most deaths, I'm going to keep it as our jungler, which is forgot his name. His actual real life name is Dylan. Taper Zebra. That's what it is. Yeah. And then for most deaths on the Penn side, I feel like it's going to be the mid laner. Just have a weird feeling. I don't know. Let's see. For objectives, I feel like Lawrenceburg is going to get all of them but one for both games. It matters so much, I know. I know, a 5% damage boost. Oh no, what will they ever do? Except when it's 4 of them. Yeah, what are the chances of getting 4, Jesus, okay. I don't know why I was thinking. Infernal just sounded so wrong for some reason. Yeah, I can't call them fire dragons. That's gonna just make it sound like it's freaking D&D. Where's the casting for D&D? That's gonna look so boring. I have a weird feeling about you walking in here. That's okay. So, from what I can understand for this, get him in on there. All right, we're gonna have our support for the LHS come in here. Hopefully it works. You sound sick. Never mind. You were just talking like that. Hello, everyone. Um. So it's LHS versus Penn. I don't know. I put PES. But versus Penn, high school. How are you feeling about this game? Think it's gonna be a win like every other game? Yeah. So I made some early predictions here because honestly I thought I was like cutting it on time, but luckily with computer issues and stuff like that we have that. So I put for LHS they're gonna win both games, first and second. And for the Penn, for Penn on the first game I feel like it's gonna be an absolute loss because I feel like they're not gonna know how to play against you guys at all. But I feel like for the second game they're gonna like just lock in. I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna be a close loss. I mean, hey, if you say that, I'll gladly change my guess. So I feel like it's. I'll put Mollywop. Not from my conversation earlier. um, Usually these whole things are just like about having fun, and that's honestly what they try and do. Is rather than try their hearts out constantly, rather than like rather than having fun. It's just like there's no fun in it. It's just high school. It's just high school playing games. As someone who has played an extraction shooter, yeah, it does. It really does. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. All right. Good luck with the match. Hopefully we get a player interview. we'll see how time crunches. And once again, the coach for the esports is praying that this computer works. I honestly am too, because I really have no idea what they're gonna do if that fails. We might have to use this PC up here, which would honestly be so funny because we're gonna hear the comms from in here while they're on Discord, which I don't even know if this PC would be able to run that. But you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see it in real time. It's forced you have just one lane, so we're gonna have to be forced commentating this. Also, I'm gonna have to remind myself because right now I am blind as a bat because I've broken the last of my contacts. I'm gonna have to go in and steal our top laner Evan's glasses because I cannot see anything. I cannot see this board in front of me, and it kind of saddens me. It's also kind of funny. Where was I? Oh yeah, objectives. I gotta write that down. Doesn't matter much, but I also just like to think like, but you know, gives them a slight advantage. It's like if the teams are equal and stuff like that, it's just a slight advantage. So I feel like for objective, Lawrenceburg is gonna get all but one. And then, obviously, if it's all but one for Penn State, I was about to say Penn State or Penn Station, which is amazing. Yeah, just one. I'll say 1 to 2. So I'll give it like, they just found Lawrenceburg off their trail. They just like secretly went into the dragon pit or something like that and just killed one of the dragons. What's something else I can do? Feature strength, obviously gonna go to Lawrenceburg. I don't need to explain that, especially when it's getting all the objectives. Ooh, who is going to get the first tower of the game? Now that's something I really do want to honestly like make a guess for because between the 3 lanes, it is honestly like such a gamble. Like if you had a 3-sided dice and you rolled it, or a 6 because I don't think 1, 2, 3. I know a 3-sided dice is impossible, but for some reason my brain's just not imagining it right now. But if you roll a 3-sided dice and it lands on whatever one, those are probably the exact chances of what lane will get tower first, because it is like every lane feels equal when it comes to taking their towers. Like for this game, I feel like for the first game, Lawrenceburg is going to take first tower, and it's going to be our mid laner. No, actually, yeah, I'll go based off of my intuitions from these last games. I'm just going to go with the first thing I see, and I feel like Penn's first tower is, or for the first game, they're going to get second tower? Yeah, I'm going to assume second tower, and I believe it's going to be their bot lane. And then for the second game, honestly trying to think of, because I did say no, because he said they were getting molly, so I feel like it's going to be they're going to get the first tower, but it's going to be the bot lane this time. Because I feel like he's going to want to unlock his favorite champion, Caitlyn. Which, if you guys don't know, our bot laner, Andrew, aka Nesmatul, is a really good ADC with Caitlyn. I'm pretty sure that is his best champion alongside of Zeri, which is not a very commonly played champion that you will see in like a lot of matches, or at least a lot of normal matches. You'll see him in more pro plays and stuff like that from how versatile she is and how easy she can get away from like team fights and just like bad fights in general. And then here I'll put, I feel like they might not lock in just as good, so I feel like Penn Station's gonna get their third tower, which is gonna be their like first but third. It's gonna be first Penn, but it's gonna be the third tower in total. I feel like their third tower is gonna be the mid lane. I do hear some weird screaming going on from the esports room. Man, this chair feels really empty, especially when you're in a room by yourself. I mean, it's just a lot of, I'm not going to say pressure, because honestly, it's not that much pressure coming up here talking in front of a camera, but there's just, it's so lonely. It's so lonely being up here alone. Gosh, I took up like half the board. But as you can see right here, those are all of my predictions. If you guys want to take a screenshot of that, maybe just remember in your head. You guys probably have a good enough memory. Not sure what that little thing, the line doing on the camera on my neck is doing, but we'll try and figure that out later. So for now, I guess I'm just gonna try and yap my head off while they get that corrected. I guess what's my whole thing in this? I am the stream director of this entire thing. So my whole ordeal is to pretty much run the stream while the students here I should use a lot less filler words. Well, the students here sit down and just try and cast for you guys. Holy, it's a lot weirder than, or a lot worse than I thought it would be. But yeah, as a stream director, I'm pretty much the head of streaming, so I have to run the stream. I have to make sure the streams look good, make sure the audio quality is good, make sure you guys can hear us, make sure we can hear the game, make sure they can hear each other, sort of stuff like that. Make sure you can also see the casters as well, as you can see me right here. Hello. Gosh, darn it. I should make a counter for how many times I say Starting that now. I'm going to start a counter. That is one that doesn't count, though. But on Fridays like these, we unfortunately do not have really anybody to cast for us because it's a lot of things going on at once with the high school football games, with league, and then also Marvel Rival practice, which if you guys do not know, we do not stream a lot of Marvel Rivals, mostly because it's one of those games where they also, I'm pretty sure they've won one game off of a technicality, which is very unfortunate because it's honest. I'm not gonna say unfortunate. It's just unfortunate because we're not gonna stream because Marvel Rivals is such a good game. I absolutely love the game. It is one of those games that is, I guess, a runner-up to a really good series, which was Overwatch. Overwatch was a hero team, hero team fighting. It was, you could only pick one character for every team, and it was a 1v1 over either a point or a cart where you had to push something to the end or just take a point for a certain amount of times for a certain amount of points. Overwatch did really good. Overwatch 2, unfortunately, was not a good of a sequel to a game as Overwatch was, and it did really bad. And then that's when Marvel Rivals came out. Mark that. Crap. Marvel Rivals, as you know, Marvel, so it's going to be just characters from the Marvel series. So you're going to have stuff like uh, Black Panther, you're going to have Wolverine, you're going to have Iron Man, you're going to have the big people that are in Marvel history. So you're going to have Captain America, you're going to have Hulk, stuff like that. And then you get some of the more unseen characters that if you don't read comics, you may have never seen before, such as Squirrel Girl. You're going to see Jeff the Shark. You're going to see Namor. You're going to see, I'm trying to think of another character. You're going to see, I think it's Athena. I'm not sure, which is one of the top 3 newer characters, which they have just recently added Gambit, which if you guys don't know, for those who have not seen Deadpool Wolverine, Gambit, that is the first time Gambit has ever been on inside of a movie. As well as they just also recently added, I'm trying to think of his name. It's the blind guy. Dang. I really suck at names for Marvel characters. But was such a good runner up to Overwatch 2 that people were like, "Oh yeah, screw this game. I'm going to go to Marvel Rivals." And like personally, in my preference, a lot of people say that Overwatch 2 is still good. I don't like it until they added loot boxes back, which was gambling, which I absolutely love gambling. I do not condone it, though. I only like gambling if it doesn't cost real money. Like, if it's just virtual currency, absolutely love it. Something I could get for free. Sorry about that. It's pretty late for me. But, you know, something that you don't have to pay money for, something you just earn in game while not having to worry about that. It's something I like to do. But Marvel Rivals was just so much better than this. Even in its beginning, where it didn't even have that many bugs, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Bugs meaning, like, issues with the game where, 4, almost at 5, unfortunately. We are going to get so many during the game. Hope you guys know that. But Hopefully you guys didn't hear that one as loud as I hope you guys didn't. But it's so much better than Overwatch, and the players for the Marvel Rivals team, I believe most to some of them. I'm gonna say like two of them. Two of them have never played Marvel Rivals before, and I believe one of them has never played on a PC before. So having and they've improved a lot. Like they've done so much better than I honestly thought they would. And seeing them go from not even playing on a computer one time to being that good at Marvel Rivals was just so nice to see. It's just unfortunate because you have people who have been playing on PC for years now on the other team, and then who also play Marvel Rivals from like day one. Okay, that whole late thing for me was a joke. I'm yawning a lot here. But yeah. I don't even know what else to yap about. There's uh so much, I guess. I could talk about League of Legends. So, League is a MOBA, which if you guys don't know what it stands for a multiplayer online battle arena, which basically means, which is also like every other team fighting game ever, but we're going to ignore that. We're at 5. So it's a 5v5 team game where everybody has to pick a unique champion from a pool set of 176 champions, which as of recently we are getting a 177th champion. It is going to be a 6th. It is going to be a top laner, a bruiser top laner, which if you guys don't know, a bruiser is pretty much just someone who cut to a break. All right. I was just explaining the new champion. So we're having a lot of technical difficulties. I'm going to see if I can just go in there, do something to help. Maybe just look at it and be like, grr, start working. But yeah, we will be right back after we get that whole situation fixed like that. You're also going to see me a lot of like right here because we got a new stream deck. Yay. But yeah, I will be right back.